Welcome to the Bookers Alliance podcast, where we hold the pencil and the pencil is power. Coming at you right now is your host, Marky Mark, along with the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Donaldson. Join us as we discuss the ever-changing landscape of professional wrestling. So hang on tight, you jabronis, and enjoy the ride. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining today's episode of the Bookers Alliance podcast. Come on inside the house, bring yourself up a ringside seat, get your soda, your popcorn, your whiskey, get everything you need. We dancing today.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
That's right. It's going home time.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we had a good career, we had a good run. Now it's time to shut her down.
Yeah, vayan con los Dios. Time for the sunset.
Wait a second, what exactly are we talking about here? What's shutting down here? Is episode 154 the last? Is that what we're doing today?
Well, nah.
Okay. Well, somebody's wrapping it up. Okay.
Yeah, John Cena is wrapping up.
Okay.
John Cena is wrapping up.
After his tryst with Nikki Bella, he better wrap it up.
Yeah, he better wrap
Always
it up.
Wrap it up. So, I wouldn't, but I'm just saying he definitely should. But yeah, I wouldn't.
So today's episode is titled Cena's Last Dance. So we've got the path forward to Cena's last match. We're going to talk about that today. But before we talk about anything, we got to talk about our sponsor.
Yeah, we do.
Yellowstone Bourbon
National
Whiskey.
Park. Oh. Damn.
Sorry,
I thought we had the Ranger. I thought Yogi Bear.
Don't make me call John Dutton out here.
Nah.
Don't make me call John Dutton.
I thought Yogi Bear had hooked us up here. Hey, boo boo.
So Yellowstone Single Barrel Whiskey, hot one today. We're going for a hot topic, man.
Only one way to find out.
Here we go. Cheers, sir.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
It's clearing up my nasal passages too, so I'll be clear today.
Well, we had 115 proof.
Yeah.
Every bit of that.
Yeah, we better take this one slow. At least take the drink slow, because otherwise I don't know how the end of this show.
Yeah, it might come off the rails, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, we done already started with the Nikki Bella talking. You already know what that does with my conversation.
All right, so if we're going to talk about that conversation, let's transition though and recap Saturday night's main event. If we're going to go there, let's go ahead and talk about Jade and Tiffy time.
All right, good start there.
Let's talk about it.
Whoa, I mean, we could definitely talk about it, but there ain't much to talk about on the Tiffany Stratton side.
No, there was one word that come to mind when we're going to talk about this match.
What's that?
It's a vegetable.
Oh,
it's yellow in color.
Okay.
Squash.
Definitely a squash. Yeah.
Squash.
I mean, I get it, but I get it, but I don't, right? So they've wrestled, that would have been the third time. Now, the first two times, Jade couldn't win. Couldn't pull it out. She had decent matches, just couldn't get ahead. In the third match, she steamrolls her like Goldberg.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Come on.
Yeah, the booking of this match was definitely questionable, whether or not Tiffany was really hurt.
Yeah. I mean,
they leaned into that a lot, and could that been the explanation for the squash? Maybe.
It's the only thing I got. I mean, I feel like there was just no way that she could go full force without possibly injuring herself more or making it worse. So I feel like, she had said earlier in the week that she was determined to go out and have the match. She didn't want to drop the title. She wanted to go out there and have the match. So maybe that was all she could do. Maybe she just had to basically go out there and get carried through the match, which, okay. I mean, if that is all she could do, then you can't fault her for it. At least she wanted to do it in the ring. And I mean, it does make Jade look like a monster. She, I said, she essentially Goldberged her way through. But if she hadn't lost the two matches prior to that, I would have been more bought in on this. Like, oh my God, they're going to push her like this.
Yeah.
But knowing what we know and, knowing what we've seen, I don't know. It's kind of hard pressed to believe that you can't beat her at all, but then you just completely dominate her. I don't know if that was the direction they should have went.
Some people are saying it's the injury. Some people are saying she's going away for a while after this because of the injury. Some people are saying this is booking payback, if you will, for the whole Charlotte thing.
Could be, but speaking of the whole Charlotte thing, you see Grande Americanos running around with a new Spanish mamacita.
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either. I mean, So I can't necessarily say he upgraded, but I mean, he's at least he's playing on par, right?
Yeah, he's on the same playing.
That's all I can say. Yeah, he's playing on par with where he was. I can't say he upgraded. He definitely didn't die. I damn sure I can't say he upgraded because I don't know if there's an upgrade. He didn't necessarily die. Now, had he went the direction that you were just mentioning, to me, that would have been a downgrade. And I'm a Charlotte fan. Y'all know I love me some Charlotte. But if I'm looking at, I got to date one of them now. Yeah, I'm gonna take the other model. Right? Let's just leave it at that.
So with Tiffy in there with Jade dominating like she did, it kind of punked Tiffy out in my mind. I still can't for the life of me figure out why they don't let that girl beat the Tiffany Stratton that was in NXT. She had clearly more moves in NXT as well. She was more acrobatic in NXT. She was more of a daredevil in NXT.
True.
And they toned her down on the main roster, and I can't for the life of me understand why.
I think it's because they couldn't figure out whether they wanted her to be a face or a heel. So I feel like because they tweened her both ways, they didn't have a style that she could. Because if you're a face, if you're a good guy, quote unquote, you can do all the high-flying stuff that she's great at. You can do all the acrobatic stuff. And all. If you're a heel, traditionally, you don't do that so much. You kind of lean more into the cheating to win and nefarious activity type stuff. I feel like she kind of, at least through her title run, maybe not necessarily before, but during her title run, she kind of ping-ponged off of whoever she was wrestling, whether or not she was playing the face side or the heel side.
Right.
So I don't think that there was a definite character for her, so I don't think there was a definite move set that she could execute based on it.
I hope they keep Jade in a heel character, though.
Yeah.
She needs to be a heel champ.
She's definitely a better heel. She's got better challengers as a heel. If she's got better face challengers to come after her as a heel.
Yep.
And let's be honest, the whole time she was in AEW, that's one thing they did get right. They kept her in that character.
Yep.
She was essentially heel Goldberg, right? She dominated everybody she touched.
Correct.
And she was, cocky and arrogant all the way through. Stick with that, right? Don't stray away. I get it when they brought her in, they wanted to try it because they wanted to differentiate her from her AEW character. I get that. But yeah, no, let's not, right?
Yeah. I hope they also lean into her look a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm interested if they'll even drop the whole Storm character. Like,
I don't know if they should
and
drop
change
that.
into something different. I don't know. You saw all of the changes that Rhea went through before Rhea finally just found herself. And I feel like Jade is still trying to figure out who am I as a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
I still feel like she's in that role, even though she's confident as hell.
Yeah.
And she looks good. She plays the part. She's physical fit. She's a dominating presence in the ring. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping this title run tells us finally who Jade is.
So if you need framework to base it by, Roman Reigns, right?
Right.
When Roman came back after his break during COVID, when you let Roman come back and just be Roman, it all clicked.
It clicked.
All the nonsense we had went through before and all the suffering succotash bullshit that we dealt with, all out the window, right?
Yep.
Everything has been clicking on all cylinders since he came back because they basically gave him the reins and said, hey, handle your character. Let's see what you got. Let her do the same thing, right? Because as far as like the arrogant, cocky heel, she got that. She can do that.
She can do it.
Whether or not it translates to ring work and all that other, hey, we get to that. She can definitely carry the character.
What I don't want to see anymore out of Jade, the whole "a storm is coming."
I don't mind it with the music.
I don't
need it in the promo. I don't need it in any of that.
The promo is hokey. If she's
right. That's why I definitely don't need it in the promo. I don't mind it in the music because it's a good, here she comes. Like, here. And then, when she comes out, she does the muscles and the light. Yeah. The entrance is okay.
The entrance
I like
is money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't dislike the entrance. So if they leave that storm is brewing in that, okay, great. Other than that, though, unless she's going to be the X-Men character, there ain't really no need to reference it no more, right? No. She's got her own identity. Let her live it.
Yep. So we had that match. We had a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Belt between Dom, Rusev, and Penta. That shook out by like we thought it was going to shake out.
Yeah.
The Dom retained. Crafty son of a bitch way to retain.
Absolutely. But there's so much more meat on the bone on Dom's heel run and his title run. There's so many different ways to go on that. Even though I'm definitely 100% ready for Rusev to do something like to be a character of substance in the WWE. 100% ready for that, but not against Dom, right? There's a whole lot of other stuff he can do. Let's go look into that.
Put him over there at Ilya and let him chase the U.S.
Exactly.
title.
Let's look into something else, right? Let's not put him over Dom, because I mean, at this point in time, there's way more legs left under Dom than there is under Rusev and even Penta.
Yep. The match between Cody and Drew.
Yep.
Kind of knew how that was going to shake out.
So I saw a meme this week that said, unless Drew somehow or another dyes his hair blonde and then, cuts his beard off, dyes his hair blonde, and calls himself the Scottish Nightmare, he's got no chance. Or he could possibly turn himself into Drew LaFala and name himself that, and he might have a chance that way. Other than that, he's got zero chance of winning a title right now. And unfortunately, if I'm Drew and I'm realizing that, I'm kind of frustrated.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, he's already signed that contract.
I mean, he had that chance to be. He was frustrated last year, and they gave him the title for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
But other than that, he's signed now. So, he can be frustrated. But, I mean, at this point now, it's just go to work.
All right. So, I'm going to pause real quick on this match to talk about something real quick. Are we believing yet that Cody is Homelander? Are we believing that yet?
No.
Come on. Y'all
Absolutely
don't see
not.
this.
No.
Y'all do. He clearly DDT'd him on the belt and made the active choice to do so.
Yeah, I don't know if he made the active choice or if that was just a happy accident.
He did KO the same way.
I feel like what he did with Drew was a happy accident. The belt was kind of like Drew brought the belt in, right? And then like Cody went and hunted it down. Drew invited the destruction.
You've seen The Boys, right?
Yeah.
So Homelander enjoys a happy accident.
Yeah, but he does it on purpose. He seeks out all his destruction.
That's what I'm saying, sir.
Yeah, Cody just wanders into it, though. Like I said, the heel tries to heal on Cody, and he kind of retaliates.
I'm fully, as a Cody crybaby, as a Cody fan, I am fully in the camp now that boy is a heel in disguise. That boy is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Let's be honest, his title reign would be more interested if he was.
Sure as hell would.
But who the hell would challenge him?
Put it happen.
Right, but who the hell would challenge him right now? Because, I mean, they've already turned away all the heel challengers, and there really ain't no built-up face challengers that are on Cody's level.
No, you know who they would put with him if they did that?
Who's that?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, great. And you know what's going to happen with that? Drew McIntyre face version. Same difference.
Same difference.
Exactly. Exact same difference.
Yeah, for some reason they can't figure out how to book Cody after WrestleMania 40.
No, it's awful. I mean,
it's
bad.
And
again, the whole finish the story thing, it was just as great as the story was, it's all downhill from there. I mean, we've been saying that for a year and a half now. It's not like it just came up.
The only intrigue with Cody right now for me is two people. One of them ain't coming back. He done lost too much weight. He ain't coming back. Rock ain't coming back and getting in the ring.
No.
The other one I know you don't want to see, but to me, Rocky had 5 bouts. Roman, Cody 3. To me, that's where it needs to go. That's the only place it can go.
Rocky didn't even fight Apollo 3 times on TV. I don't want to see that again. That's gone.
But just like anything else, take our story, Hunter. Lean into it. If you're going to do Cody Roman 3, keep Roman the face. Make Cody the heel. Make him Homelander. Ugh. Make him be it.
There's just no way they could do that.
No, they won't. Too many kids buying T-shirts and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Cody going heel would be great. Cody wrestling Roman, I don't care what the situation is. That's bad.
Yep.
If you want to do that, though, I would say, I mean, from our WrestleMania Las Vegas commercial, our periodic storytelling commercial that we're getting little snippets of week in and week out, probably for the next 30 freaking weeks. But I would say, hey, find a way to get him and Brock in a story together.
Yeah.
That way, Cody could be either one. He could be the face, he could be the heel, because Brock is neither. Brock's not a heel nor a face. He's just an ass kicker, right?
Yep.
Cody would know going into it, because he's already wrestled Brock a handful of times, just as many as Roman. He would know going into it. He going into it winning as the white meat baby face. There ain't no chance.
Just don't do like the old man. Do not pull events and unify those belts. Please.
Oh, God.
Please do not.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Please.
Zero chance of unifying the belt. So that's the one thing I do trust Hunter on is as hard as he had to work to fix that mess and then introduce his titles, and now as hard as he's had to work to get the World Heavyweight Championship, and even be respected as a world title, I know he won't do that. Yeah. So there's one thing I trust him with is he won't take all that hard work and just flush it just for ratings or whatever. They figure we'll just fix it down the road because he realizes the fix ain't as simple as it sounds.
No, it's not. All right, so we talked about the world title. Let's talk about it right here. Got CM Punk versus Jey Uso. No matter who won this match, we were going to come out with a new world heavyweight champion, CM Punk.
CM Punk. I mean, again, break glass in emergency, right? Yep. We've been saying that for 3 weeks now. We kind of knew going into it, he is the break glass in emergency guy. Now, 2 years ago, he was the emergency, right? They had to pivot and flex
because he got hurt.
Maneuver every which way to figure out getting around Punk's injuries and his, and his glass jaw.
Yep.
We had to, but now he's solid. I mean, Punk's back in ring shape. Punk's back to the Punk that we remember from 2012 and all that other. So he is Mr. Reliable right now for the company. So break glass in emergency. Yep. We're in big trouble. Our storyline with the Vision is completely washed right now. It's done. We have no way to go, no way to figure this out. Let's just get it on Punk and then we can write it from there.
So did you see the viral moment that came out of that match between Jey and Punk?
Oh, the kick in the head?
The kick in the head.
Yeah. Well, I remember that. I remember when that neck breaker spot was happening and Jey kind of flipped all the way through. And it was definitely a mess. But we haven't seen a kick in the head like that, I don't think, since Shawn Michaels and Vader. So I'm thinking back like, all right now, Punk, I get it. You're frustrated. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have been doing that so tough in there.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can call it what you want, no matter if you wanted Jey to win. Either one of those guys could have come out for the right as far as who was the right person to put the belt on. I do not like the fact that they put the belt on Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event. That should have been more pomp and circumstance.
Yeah, again, emergency.
Survivor Series maybe, but anyhow, so you got Punk, your new world heavyweight champ. Belt looks good on him. Matter of fact, belt looks good on all four of the people that went into that viral post that he put up on Instagram.
Oh, what post was that? I might not have seen that.
The new champ picture between Jade, Punk.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Saints and Cody.
Yeah, then some people have photoshopped to also add in there
Ethan Page.
Blake Monroe and Ethan Page. So, I mean, we're looking at all elite.
AEW, all elite.
We're looking at all elite championship run here. And it's like, and the best meme I saw that was the 6 of them holding their belts and then poor Tony just sitting there crying and just realizing how bad he fumbled the bag. I mean, woof.
Look, with everything that's been going on, you got actually Ethan Page is a double champ. He is a double champ right now because him and Chelsea is the mixed tag from.
Yeah, now how do you know that? What the hell?
How do I know that?
Out of all the stuff you said you didn't know that we were coming into this show, how the hell do you know that?
Because I saw Chelsea do a viral.
That makes sense. I would have saw Chelsea. Yeah, I would have saw Chelsea do anything she did too. So yeah,
she got hit with a pie. And she said, "I've never been creamed on like that before."
Creamed like that before. What a comment!
I was like, "Go Chelsea, go!"
Absolutely. So yeah,
that's why we like you, Chelsea.
100%. Right. I mean, even though she's on NXT, and I would love to see her on main roster. Again, we talk about it every week. Bottleneck.
Yep.
Hey, the fact that she could go outlet herself to NXT and still get into a main event style role, more power to you, girl.
Her and Ethan Page together as a tag team is gold. It's hilarious. It's perfect.
It is, but if I'm Matt Cardona, I'm like, hey, when you're talking about getting creamed, what
do you mean?
Right, what exactly are you guys doing down there in the
performance center? It's all about the performance.
Yeah, it is all about the performance. I mean, when you're down there working on it 24/7, every now and again, as we've seen over the years, somebody gets creamed.
All right, let's get to our main topic. Let's get to the Cena's Last Dance. We got to talk about what got announced on Saturday night's main event, a 16-man tournament that will determine who Cena's last opponent will be for his last match.
Cena dropped a few hits and that, a couple Easter eggs, as they may call it.
Got some thoughts on this.
So they talked about, everybody does, so we might as well throw our hat in the ring.
They talked about, it could be people from Raw, could be people from SmackDown, could be people from NXT, and then he said the magical line could be people that don't even work here.
The Easter egg that everybody waited for. John Cena gave it to us, and I said, You damn troll.
Yeah, because you know what this is going to wind up being as far as the who don't work here. It's going to be TNA. It's going to be AAA.
Exactly. It's definitely not going to be
It's
Adam
not going to be
Copeland.
AEW.
It's not going to be Cope.
Nope.
Oh, hold on. Let's speculate. If he does wander his way back,
so that's where I want to go. I want to go there, like speculate.
Yeah, we got to speculate. But let's talk about the matches that are already booked, right? We already got 2 matches in the can, so we know 4 of these 16 names already.
So we got Priest versus Rusev.
We do, and I feel like Lana should be the guest referee.
Lana on a pole match.
I mean, so she's been on both. Yeah, we could move through. We can move right on past that one.
And you knock them out, sir.
Definitely move right past that one. But she would definitely be the expert there.
So we got that match happening, and then you got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus.
Yeah, that's a wild match.
So first off, because of the previous history, I don't think it's going to be Priest.
He's the only one that doesn't have previous history with John. Out of everybody we named, he would be the odd man out. So I could definitely see him being the loser in the Rusev.
That tells me Rusev is going to advance.
Yeah, it will be Rusev.
Yeah. Out of Shinsuke and out of Sheamus.
To me, that's a toss-up.
Sheamus.
Probably Sheamus. I mean, Cena's definitely got more history with... I mean, I remember John wrestling Shinsuke once, and I mean, I remember Shinsuke went for his back suplex deal, and John kind of got injured in that, and I didn't see that move for a long time afterwards. So I doubt John's in a big rush to get back in the ring with Shinsuke. So yeah, out of those 2, I'm definitely looking at probably Rusev, probably Sheamus. And then, if we could find a way, we could get Alberto Del Rio in there, Wade Barrett, and then we could have a League of Nations against John Cena match. That would be wild and crazy.
Let's get to the part where we're talking about Raw, where we're talking about SmackDown, where we're talking about NXT. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, we definitely want to talk about them because you know who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, NXT. Oba.
Ain't nobody else that needs to come out of NXT. You can bring back other guys if you want. Like Trick's got a last man standing match coming up against Ricky Saints this week.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, Trick's probably going to lose, right?
Yep.
9 times out of 10, Trick's going to go to the main roster. Well, Trick and John Cena have history from NXT.
They do.
They interacted in NXT, and John actually told Trick, hey, it's your time. Your time. My time is up. Your time is now. He said that legit line to Trick. So I see Trick getting his way into this tournament one way or another. I don't see him getting past Obafemi, though, because that's my A1 pick out of the NXT brand.
Whoever... The way that I'm looking at this, whoever comes out of this tournament and is John's last opponent, you are, without question, you're going to be booked to the moon after this.
Now, this spot is built for your next guy.
It has to be somebody that they're willing to go all in on.
Yeah.
They trust, they know. They've already been booking for this guy behind the scenes. Yeah. Like they've got to be ready.
This has got to be somebody that the bank is already. You see dollar signs coming out of his asshole every day. Because I mean the push you get from this match, win, lose or draw. Keep in mind, the push you're gonna get out of this is gonna be astronomical. So I mean, it's got to be somebody that's got every attribute that you want plus some.
So if we're talking about rookies, we're talking about young guys, we're talking about men that have been in there for just a handful of years. We're both definitely in the corner of Oba.
Yeah.
But
I would love to see Trick get that.
That's where I was going.
Spot. But I've been saying for a month and a half now that I want Obafemi to put John Cena through the mat. And get and project himself right into a WrestleMania spot.
Obafemi has the potential, and look, who are we at the Bookers Alliance? Who are we, right?
A couple of experts, but we don't need to delve into that.
In my professional opinion, Obafemi has everything that's needed to be the next Brock Lesnar.
Plus some. He's got everything right, and he's Brock Lesnar's age. I mean, Brock Lesnar's age when Brock was at his best.
Yep. So if you want to skyrocket a Brock Lesnar 2.0, it's Obafemi.
There's nobody in WWE right now with a bigger upside.
Nobody.
Not a single person. I don't care if you tag in AAA or TNA or whatever in the hell. Nobody has a bigger upside than Obafemi right now in WWE.
Who's on the SmackDown roster that you could see?
Who's on the SmackDown roster that I would like to see? I'd like to see Carmelo Hayes get in there because
There you
they're
go.
just wasting him all the way away.
There you
I'd
go.
like to see The Miz get in there, right? Because John has thrown a lot of,
Miz references.
yeah, a lot of Miz shout outs his way, but I'd like to see Miz at least compete in the match. I'd like to see him get involved. Who do you got?
I was thinking Carmelo. I was thinking Miz. I would actually like to see Montez Ford.
That would be nice.
I would like to see him
Definitely a nice springboard for him.
break out of that and just give it a shot, give it a whirl. You ain't got to break the tag team up.
No. This is a simple
It's a tournament. That's all this is.
It's an opportunity that you can't pass up if you're offered. So
Yep.
this is a simple story to tell why you're doing that.
The only other person off SmackDown that I would like to see maybe kind of get in the mix, and it's just because of the attachment to Bray, and that would be Uncle Howdy.
Okay.
I'd like to see him.
I could definitely see the reasoning behind it. I would hate to see the match.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be a
I don't know that Uncle Howdy's going to work the same.
No, that would be a
Bray
shit show and
did.
a half there, though. I mean, that would be a nightmare. But I just the interactions that they could have. You could get John back in the Firefly Funhouse if you wanted to. You could revisit some of that WrestleMania 20, cinematic match that we got there. There's a lot of different things you could do with that type of character. So I'd appreciate that part of it. The match I would hate.
Yeah. So even if like they leaned into the Firefly Funhouse match a little, like if lights went out and if they were able to conceal things, obviously the Firefly Funhouse worked because of how the pandemic was and it was just screens and no real people in there. But if somehow or another they were able to conceal them to where they could wander to the back, and then the vignette plays of what was previously recorded, and then for somehow or another they both come tumbling out of the back, however that was to work, I think that would be cool.
There's a lot of ways to do it. And I mean, we saw that there's interest from the spot that he did most recently with AJ,
Right.
where all the Fireflies in the building woke up, and they came out for one night only. There's interest in it. But yeah, the match, I feel like the match would be abysmal. So
Got to say this since we mentioned it in the breath, got to do this in the same breath. John AJ's match of the year, in my opinion.
It's definitely up there. If it ain't at the top, it's damn close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the women's match we had at that same event though with Stephanie Vaquer and Io.
Yep.
Not going if you go that way with it, you're not going to get any
gonna
shade off
lose.
my ass, right? You're not going to anger me by making that choice. But we won't go backwards here.
Let's look at Raw. Who you think could come off of Raw?
Well, I mean, I think the characters that we already got are mostly Raw. Damian Priest is a SmackDown guy technically, but
Right.
I feel like, Rusev, I feel like Sheamus, I don't know where he really fits, to be honest. Sheamus
Sheamus is
kinda
Raw.
all over the
Shinsuke
place.
is SmackDown, I think.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. So I mean, we already got two of them.
What about the Bronze?
Yeah,
the Bronze in there.
so
Maybe Breaker?
if both of them get in there, then now you're overkilling it because then they're going to win. So I would definitely like to see Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed in it, but only one. I don't want to see both in there.
Yeah, out of the two, I love my big Bronson Reed, but Braun Breaker would
I mean, I'll be honest. Bronson already got his win against Roman. I mean, he don't really need another huge win to make him. But if you give it to Braun Breaker, if he were to get the win, that could definitely put him into that next level too.
So talking about Roman, could it be Roman?
No. So Roman don't do tournaments.
If Roman is in the tournament, he's the surefire winner.
No, Roman is the tournament, right? So if somehow or another John was going to wrestle Roman, there's no tournament. You just cancel
it is Roman.
One, because Roman ain't wrestling 4 times over the
No,
next
right.
month.
No, he's
so
not.
that's out. Second, John versus Roman is bigger than a tournament, right?
True,
At that point, that's if John would have said, I'm going to wrestle on my way into the Hall of Fame at Mania, then I would have said, let Roman put him down.
Yep.
At that point, I don't even want Obafemi to do. I want Roman to do
Roman
that.
to put him, yeah.
But if we're going to do it in the middle of December at a Saturday night, that's an Obafemi type match.
All right, here comes the fun part, the speculatory part. Outside of the WWE, who would you like to see step through those ropes with John?
God, so I can go anywhere?
Anywhere.
I'm going to give you the wildest name that nobody said up to recent, but it's the one that I want more than anything.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan. Good God.
God
let those two go
almighty,
twice.
you're right.
I'm telling you, let
You're
them two
right.
go one more time. and finish both of their careers in the same match, that would be epic beyond proportion.
And you know the way Daniel left the WWE,
exactly,
he could come back and do that.
Well, no, he's still contracted across seas, so realistically,
he's probably under a lifetime contract.
Yeah, he's definitely under. He's under that Allen Iverson Reebok deal there, where he's going to be tied to them for life.
Yeah,
but because that's the only W that Tony got out of all the sides that he had.
Is true.
That's the only W he got.
That is true.
But yeah, no, ideal upon. I know everybody's got I know everybody listening before I said that was thinking, yeah, definitely give me an Edge, or again, maybe they call him Cope. WWE, I hope not, but I think they would stick with it. I know others are saying, well, I know Chris Jericho, they're saying he's free, he could come back. Both great options, right? The answer is Daniel Bryan.
I agree with you with that. The only thing that takes away the fun of this speculation part is that it's a tournament. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get these people surprise entries in the entry level, and then they got.
Jericho's going to come back and wrestle on fucking NXT next week. Stop.
It's not going to happen.
Not right. That's not going to happen. So it's not going to be one of these awesome characters that we want, because we're not going to see him 3 times before we get to Cena.
The only other person that would be phenomenal to come out of that curtain to compete in this tournament, MJF.
Oh, now
MJF
that would
be money,
insane. I mean, that
crazy.
But again, that would break the whole rest. That would break the internet. It would kill the IWC, because I mean, they would literally unalive themselves upon seeing it. But I mean, that would be the forbidden door that no one ever thought they would see, and that you could probably never see again, right?
Yeah. As far as New Japan, I don't see anybody that would be of interest coming over here from New Japan, because they're all in AEW.
I was going to say, at that point, you're going through AEW again.
And it's not going to be it's not going to be, what's his name? It's not going to be Ospreay. He's hurt. It's not going to be people like that. It's not going to
be Omega. I mean,
so they
have zero history. If you're going to do it, you want somebody that either you can have history with, or you can make history with.
Is there any TNA guys?
I'm sure there is. Probably the only one I could think of would be like Matt Cardona. He's the only one that I could think of that would actually be a
Matt
story.
Cardona, Santana. Maybe
I don't
Santana.
see a story there.
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry could be. I mean, he's popped up here and there. Joe Hendry's kind of more of an NXT guy
that is true.
Than an NXT guy
that is true.
Than a TNA guy. But no, like as a full-on TNA guy, I mean, there's just nobody over there that's so cornerstone in TNA right now that hasn't already crossed the line, in the AEW or WWE, one of the two. That I could just hinge that whole, let's say if Jeff Jarrett was still there, right? I'd say, oh, well, Jeff Jarrett, because he's the head of the company, but I don't even know if he's an AEW guy right now. I'll be honest. I'm so far removed from that product. I don't even know what Jeff's doing.
Jeff he's got TNA in his soul, so he will always be a TNA guy.
He definitely would be, but he was starting TNA when Cena was starting WWE. So there's no history. There's no tie that binds there. There's nothing more than Jeff just saying, hey, I'm the last outlaw and I'm going to defend my brand. I don't want to see John Cena versus TNA. So that's not the brand I need, right?
All right. So let's go Saudi for a while.
Who from Saudi? Oh, no. You want him to wrestle? You want him to wrestle Mansoor?
The Prince, no.
Right. You want him to wrestle Mansoor?
Let's go Saudi.
He'd probably go over if the damn event was in Saudi. Ugh.
Let's go Saudi for a minute and let's think true fantasy booking. True fantasy. No way in the world is this going to happen.
Okay.
No way in the world.
Most off the wall idea we can come up with?
Not even that. It can be off the wall, outlandish, or just totally unreal where you would pick somebody from another generation.
Okay.
All right. Who would you like to see John Cena in the ring with that would just be complete and utter mind-blowing?
To end his career?
To end his career.
Easy answer. Undertaker. Let Undertaker tombstone him straight to oblivion and never see John Cena in the ring again. That would be class. But I need young Undertaker, not
Undertaker.
Right, not Michelle McCool Taker, not that guy on the podcast. No, hell no. I need let's say 2006 Undertaker,
American Badass Undertaker.
No, right after American. So that's when he did the casket match with Mark Henry when he came back, when he flipped back over. Okay. I need that era. I'm talking dead man, but badass, right?
Badass.
Like the tie-in. I need that Undertaker to come back and drop Cena, dump him dead on his bald head, send his career right off into the sunset.
So my fantasy book, with anything that could happen, it totally, it doesn't abide with the law of physics, anything else. Prime 80s Hulk Hogan versus prime 2000s John Cena.
So are you calling that the match made in heaven or the match made in hell? Yes, you know where I'm going with that.
I know where you're
whatever
going.
answer you go is going to determine what you think about Hulk Hogan right now. So
to me, I've always compared John Cena to the newer generation Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, 100%.
So if it's his last match, why not go out against the person you're compared to?
Yeah, no, I definitely get it. If you could flash me back to to my 1980s self.
You're WWE 2K25 right
Yeah, I was going to say,
you're booking 80s Hogan versus 2000.
Well, I'm taking it all the way. Let's say you take 2000 and let's say 9. You take 2009 me, and 2009 me can escort 1987 me to the event, and we could watch it together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be the most epic thing in wrestling history. At no point in time would both of me and my younger self would be in complete bliss watching that match.
Yep.
Speaking of in complete bliss, but
the Twisted Queens.
Never mind. Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So that would be cool to fantasy book something like that for his last match.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think. Where do you see John Cena? Where do you see him after his last match? Does he ride off into the sunset, Hollywood bound, and never comes back to the door of WWE?
No, absolutely not. John Cena's going to be a full-on ambassador of WWE, much like The Rock now. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's going to, but I don't feel like he'll ever go away because, one, he's already about as far as his Hollywood career is going to stretch him, right? Like, I don't see John getting bigger as a star in Hollywood than he is right now, right? He's not the biggest star in Hollywood. He's not The Rock level. He's not, Christian or what's the name, Hemsworth, or he's not those guys, but he's not a B star. He's not a B-list guy.
Right.
He's A-. Let's call him A-, right? He probably ain't going to get, is he going to stretch his range and become like a more dramatic style actor like Batista's trying to do? Probably not, right? Is it working for Batista? Probably not, right?
No.
World, Rock said he slimmed down. Rock lost 300 pounds to do this same thing. Is it going to work for him? Probably not, right? So he's probably we're going to see him in the next Fast and Furious whenever it comes out. He's still going to be big and jacked up, and then we're all going to long for big and jacked up Rock. And we're going to be like, what the hell is this guy? So
True.
Cena's probably at his apex of his Hollywood career right now.
Right.
That being said, I don't see a need for him to leave WWE. When The Rock left WWE and went away, it was because his agents and his people were telling him, hey, you got to separate yourself, distance yourself
right.
from wrestling because you're typecast. Cena's typecast. He ain't getting away from his typecasting, right? He's going to be the style of actor that he's going to be for the long haul. Maybe when he's an old man, he might change it up. When he gets to Schwarzenegger age and Stallone age. Up till now, though, he's going to be where he's at right now. So there's no need for him to leave wrestling.
I actually see Cena popping up somewhere down the line as a potential sports broadcaster. Maybe somewhere, after the Hollywood career fades. I could see him sitting down at a UFC table beside Joe Rogan talking about a UFC fight.
Ooh. That's a bad match.
I could see him.
I'd actually hope he would come back to WWE and work there, kind of like how Tom Brady's doing with the NFL.
Right.
Or, hell, the way John Cena's career is going, I could actually see him doing kind of like what Michael Jordan's doing for the NBA. How he's saying, hey, I'm at the stage of my life where I've done, I did all the family stuff I wanted to do. Now I feel like I got to pay it forward and I owe the
right,
sport.
Right.
I feel like that would be a perfect role for John, but he said as much as anybody that WWE's family and, he's never going to turn his back on family. At least WWE family. Apparently, by John's documentary, he doesn't have a problem turning his back on real family.
So let John be, and again, Booker's Alliance. We're gonna book John's retirement right here. We're gonna book it.
Book his career.
So what if he lives into the gimmick Big Match John, and you get Big Match John doing all the big match pre-fight sit-down sessions.
I can see that.
And like
that's a good way to get back.
So he would be like the Aaron Andrews of the WWE.
He will not be the Aaron Andrews of the WWE. Hell no, he won't be that. He could be, maybe he could be like.
I said that just to get Frank's reaction.
Yeah, hell no. Well, I immediately started thinking about Aaron Andrews, and then a nice calm came across, and then I thought of the comparison, and I'm like, oh hell no.
You just saw John Cena in that sock at the Oscars, right?
John could be the Shannon Sharp of the NFL or of the WWE, but damn sure ain't gonna be the Aaron Andrews. Good Lord, we love some Aaron Andrews over here. Where by EA?
EA.
Get that EA Sport. It's in the game.
It's in the game.
It is in the game.
So, John's last dance. How is this all going to shake out? Who is going to be his last opponent? We've got a 16-man tournament to wait through to see where this all goes. Only thing I ask, WWE, the only thing I ask, please do not give us some rinky-dink opponent.
Yeah,
for his last match.
It's got to be worthwhile,
because his opponent ultimately, John's got to go out on his sword.
Yeah,
it's got to be somebody believable. It's got to be somebody believable. Because John's old school from everything that I've read and seen about him.
Yeah,
he's old school to the point where he's not going to book himself to win the last match.
No, so I don't believe that. I don't believe he would do that. What I am afraid of, though, is I feel like he'll put his input in, but I mean, we saw how his heel turn went, right?
Yeah.
So we know it's in the WWE's capability to bungle some John Cena finish up stuff. So my fear is when they're looking at this tournament, if they didn't have the foresight to say it, whoever wins this, tournament and wrestles John Cena should be wrestling in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. If they haven't went that far ahead with the thinking of it, then they carry the potential of possibly bungling this too.
Yep. We'll see how it all shakes out. Reach out on our social media platforms. Drop us a line. Who do you think is going to be John Cena's last dance partner? Who is he going to be dancing against in his final match? As we draw in near, brings a little tear to my eye to think about John.
At least he's giving us good content for the next 6 weeks.
It is.
Got a lot of shit to talk about now. So.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Peace. Remember when Nikki Bella
Today's podcast was produced by SBP. You can find our podcast on all major podcast platforms. Also, connect with us on our social media accounts. Search for The Bookers Alliance on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X.